Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. This is Luma from the Fibre Co. This 50% merino wool, 25% organic cotton, 15% linen, 10% silk yarn features 30 colors. The colorway that we chose is chambray. This 50-gram skein with 125 meters or 137 yards works up as a DK weight yarn. The suggested gauge on 3 3/4 to 4 millimeter needles is 21 to 23 stitches per 4 inches or 10 centimeters. For our swatch, I will be using a 4 millimeter needle size. In today's video, we're going to review and score the Fibre Co Luma using our 5 categories, which are availability, softness, traction, durability, and cost, to help you decide if this is the best yarn for you and your next project. Stay tuned until the end for a few pattern recommendations as well. Would you like to see how all of our yarns compare to one another or enter to win our monthly giveaway? Join our free newsletter linked in the description box below. Let's get started. For availability, we give Luma a score of 4 out of 5. I have to admit I wasn't super familiar with this brand, only hearing the name once, maybe twice. The Fibre Co actually began here in the US in Maine, and they are now based in the United Kingdom. I would say this yarn is fairly popular, but you might not find it at every single yarn shop. You can find it on the larger craft website yarn.com and also Wool & Company, and they have free shipping to those here in the United States. For softness, we give it a score of 4.1 out of 5. Merino, cotton, linen, silk, combine all of these fibers together and you get a soft yarn. It's bouncy, lofty, soft. I was just itching to cast this on. By the look of it, it has a beautiful color variation of the turquoise and green colors and quite a few plant fibers, probably linen, sticking out of its strands. Now cotton, depending on what type, and linen are pretty commonly known to have a rustic and dry touch. Silk and merino, on the other hand, you can usually count on them being soft. Now you've heard my spiel on merino yarn. It's probably one of the most common wool bases and known for its softness. So it's more than likely the addition of these two fibers, making up 65% of its material content, that gives this yarn its nice hand. For comparison, it is softer than Drops Belle and not quite as soft as Sandisgarn Double Sunday. I'd say it's pretty comparable to one of my favorites, West Yorkshire Spinners Fleece Blueface Leicester. On a micron count or softness scale rating, I'd give it around a 24 micron count, so not as soft as your typical merinos, but noticeably softer than Peruvian Highland wool. The addition of the linen, silk, and cotton to the merino wool make this yarn a great year-round fiber to work with. You won't have to worry about getting too warm in the summer, but you'll still be plenty warm in the wintertime. For traction, we give it a score of 5 out of 5. Although it is a 2-ply, I experienced no splitting or difficulties when knitting. It has a good mid-grip, as I would call it, not slipping off of my needles and not holding on to them for dear life either. It worked like a softer and fuzzy Peruvian Highland wool without a halo. I would absolutely say its characteristics take after its wool content in the sense of its drape, how it felt to work with, and the ability to block so well. I was really pleased with it. For durability, we give it a score of 4.5 out of 5. Merino isn't the strongest wool as it has a finer fiber. However, adding in the cotton, linen, which is stronger than cotton, and of course silk, I would say we've got a pretty strong yarn right here. Now, when doing a stress test to simulate felting and to try and produce pills, it brought out pretty much all of the linen-looking plant fibers, but no pills. So I imagine after a few washes and wears, those plant fibers shouldn't cause any issues. Speaking of washing, it is recommended for you to gently hand wash it separately in cool water. For cost, we give it a score of 2 out of 5. For being a 50-gram hank, you can expect to pay $12.50 US per hank. That breaks down to about 9 cents per yard, meaning a size medium sweater would cost on the more expensive side of about $113. Now, this is definitely on the higher price point when it comes to yarn. Overall, we give the Fibre Co Luma a score of 3.92 out of 5. Although it is on the pricier side, if you have it in your budget, I don't think you'll be disappointed with this yarn. It's soft and fuzzy and has 4 different fibers spun together to create this beautiful yarn. But if you are curious how it feels before you purchase a skein, a sample of it is included on our yarn card this month on Patreon. So we had a little look on Ravelry and wanted to share a few pattern recommendations with you, hopefully to inspire you if you're wanting to use this yarn for a project of your own. The first pattern is Sea Haven by JST Designs. It comes in 9 sizes, ranging from finished bust measurements of 33 to 63¼ inches. It suggests a 1 to 3½ inches of positive ease and 4mm needles to meet gauge. It is a textured yoke sweater and tee pattern, worked top down in the round, with many options to tailor it to the needs of your body and season. You also have the option between 2 different necklines, sleeve lengths, and body shaping. The next pattern is the Easy Folded Poncho by Churchmouse Yarns and Tees. It comes in 1 size, measuring 22 by 50 inches before folding, not including the cowl neck. It is easy to knit as it is a simple stockinette rectangle. You have the option to knit it with or without a cowl, which I think is a great modification if you're wanting to use less yarn for a more cost-effective project. The last pattern is the Field Day Cardigan by Ozetta. It comes in 9 sizes, with finished bust measurements ranging from 38 to 68 inches, with a suggested 8 inches or 20 centimeters of positive ease. It is worked from the top down and is closed in the front with 4 buttons. It features back shaping and drop shoulders for a relaxed fit. The sleeves are designed to be loose and tapered. It is a classic design meant for the mild months throughout the year. Have you used the Fibre Co Luma yarn before? What yarn would you like for us to do a review on next? We would love to hear your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's review, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.